Have you ever felt like a tiny vessel adrift in the endless sea of social interactions, longing to be anchored in the hearts and minds of the people around you? In this storm of digital connections where countless voices vie for recognition, it's easy to lose your way, to feel invisible, overlooked, and unappreciated. But what if I told you there exists a timeless philosophy that can serve as your guiding compass, leading you to become not just another face passing through the crowd, but someone who genuinely matters to those who matter to you? Welcome to a journey where the timeless wisdom of the ancients intertwines with the rhythm of our modern existence. Today, we're diving into the art of being a priority in the lives of others, not by playing games or using manipulation, but by embracing the genuine and transformative principles of Stoicism. Stay with me as we navigate how to become a guiding light in a vast sea of connections, bright enough to be noticed, valued, and loved. And if you're ready to unlock this ageless wisdom, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, tap the like icon, share this video with your tribe, and watch until the end. Because every second you invest here could be the very one that redefines your relationships. Step 1. Context and problem, the quest for significance. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, wrote with deep insight, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This statement strongly reflects the essence of Stoicism, that our true value and inner peace do not come from the outside world, but are born within us. It reminds us clearly, our worth doesn't depend on other people's approval or their perceptions. It rests on how we see ourselves and on the resilience we nurture within. Seneca, another giant in Stoic thought, stressed the significance of self-reliance and inner strength. He powerfully stated, "If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable." This quote highlights the importance of knowing ourselves, our goals, and our values. In our social connections, it tells us that understanding who we are is the first step toward being truly valued by others. Epictetus, who built much of his teaching on the dichotomy of control, reinforced this wisdom. He urged us to concentrate only on what we can actually control: our actions, our responses, and our attitudes, and to release our worries about others' opinions of us. This detachment from needing external validation is powerful and freeing. It allows us to grow a deeper, more lasting sense of worth, one that isn't shaken by the outside world. This Stoic idea of looking within for value actually resonates strongly with modern psychological understanding. Carl Jung, a foundational thinker in psychology, once stated, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are." This perfectly aligns with the Stoic commitment to authenticity, to living truthfully in line with our inner nature and core virtues. Step 2. Solution and application, building authentic relationships. But what we can always control is how we choose to respond. When it comes to relationships, this means placing our attention on our behavior, our reactions, and the true honest quality of our interactions with others. By doing this, we elevate the value of our presence in the lives of others, increasing the chance that we'll be truly seen, respected, and appreciated. Marcus Aurelius, a revered voice in Stoic thought, underscored the power of being genuine in our actions. He advised us plainly, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This cuts straight to the heart of building strong, meaningful connections. Be real, be kind, and stay true to your principles. When we embody the values we deeply admire in others, we naturally attract people who hold those same values dear. In doing so, we lay the groundwork for relationships that are genuine, lasting, and worthwhile. Seneca's insight on life's fleeting nature and living in harmony with our nature further reminds us to cherish the time we spend together. He stated, "Life, if well lived, is long enough." This reinforces the importance of being present, fully engaged in every conversation and moment. When we show up completely, with attention and sincerity, we show others that they matter. And in return, they often deepen their appreciation for us. The practical application of these Stoic truths also finds support in broader philosophy. Aristotle's concept of eudaimonia, the idea of flourishing, comes from living a life filled with virtuous action. In relationships, this means creating connections that are mutually respectful, honest, and enriching. By striving for excellence in how we treat others, we build relationships that enhance our lives, ones that bring fulfillment and true well-being. Carl Jung's work in psychology also echoes this idea. He believed strongly in individuation, the journey of becoming conscious of our true self and our world. He once said, "The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed." This view encourages us to enter relationships as whole, self-aware individuals, capable of deep, transformative connections that elevate both people involved. Step 3. Stoic Principle. Understanding relationships and self-worth. Marcus Aurelius taught us that our true value is found within. He warned against relying on external praise or approval. One of his most powerful reflections states, "The value of a man is measured by the value he places on himself." This embodies a core Stoic truth, that our sense of worth should not be built on the opinions or priorities of others, but rooted firmly in our own self-respect and principles. Seneca, another giant in Stoic philosophy, spoke of the tension between our social nature and our need for independence. He once advised, "Associate with those who will make a better man of you." This reminds us to seek out relationships that uplift, challenge, and support us, not ones that drain us or leave us questioning our worth. When we become overly reliant on others for validation, we lose sight of our own power. Seneca's guidance is to prioritize connections that promote growth, respect, and mutual value. Epictetus, a master of inner strength and acceptance, also shed light on this subject. He stated clearly, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." When applied to our relationships, this means accepting that we won't always be a priority to others. And that's perfectly fine. What truly matters is our response to that reality. We can choose to remain grounded, confident in our own worth, and unwavering in how we treat ourselves and others with dignity. These ideas find parallels in Western philosophy and modern psychology. Aristotle spoke of the golden mean, the balance between extremes. In the context of relationships, this means finding that sweet spot between respecting ourselves and valuing others. Carl Jung, a pioneer in understanding the human psyche, stressed the journey of individuation, the integration of our inner selves. He believed that through self-awareness, we can grow as individuals and form healthier, more authentic relationships. When we know who we are and live in accordance with that truth, we no longer chase approval. Instead, we attract meaningful connections that are built on mutual respect, understanding, and deep inner value. Step 4. Practical actions, managing presence and availability. True inner peace doesn't seek constant attention. It isn't desperate for validation. It understands a deeper truth, the power of absence. Epictetus, the Stoic master of self-control, once said, "Only the educated are free." But this education is not merely academic. It is the wisdom of knowing what to give our energy to and when to withhold it. In relationships, this means being mindful of our time and attention. When we learn to manage our availability, we don't become distant, we become respected. We teach others how to value our presence by first valuing it ourselves. Aristotle's golden mean again serves as a guide. Neither too available nor entirely withdrawn balance is the path. Be present, but don't be consumed. Be generous, but not endlessly accessible. Carl Jung's work on individuation reinforces this Stoic insight. He believed that true connection comes from a whole and aware self, one who knows their own needs, boundaries, and the value of their energy. In practical terms, this means being selective about how you spend your time, who you give it to, and when to step back. This is not a strategy to manipulate. It is a declaration of self-respect. By allowing others to experience our absence, we heighten the appreciation of our presence. Remember, the goal isn't to control others. It's to control ourselves, to manage our choices with intention and dignity, to let our presence carry weight, not be taken for granted. Step 5. Developing patience, mastering emotional resilience. To master patience is to master oneself. It is the power to pause when the world demands a reaction. It is the discipline to hold stillness in the storm of emotion. Epictetus, the voice of Stoic practicality, taught that freedom does not come from the world outside, but from our response to it. No man is free who is not master of himself. And patience is that mastery in action. It is the embodiment of the Stoic dichotomy of control. We cannot command the chaos, but we can rule our reactions. Patience is not passivity. It is strength in stillness. It is the silent, unyielding resolve to endure without crumbling. Aristotle's golden mean once again offers guidance. Patience is the noble balance, not apathy, not impulsiveness, but a calm, measured presence. It is action tempered by wisdom. Carl Jung spoke of individuation, the journey inward to know oneself fully. And what greater sign of self-knowledge than to meet chaos with clarity, to respond to tension with tranquility? In the modern world, where urgency reigns and noise never ceases, patience is a rare power. It isn't just restraint, it's emotional resilience. The ability to remain centered, calm, and clear when everything around you is rushing to react. And this is attractive. This is magnetic. Because in a world of overreactions and anxiety, those who exude steady calmness become beacons of trust, strength, and depth. Step 6. Self-prioritization, the art of valuing. Oneself to value yourself is to set the standard for how others will value you. It is not selfishness. It is self-respect. It is wisdom in action. When you say no to what drains you, you are saying yes to a life of purpose. Not just more time, but better time. Time invested in what truly matters. Epictetus reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. When you prioritize your needs, you are not ignoring others, you are taking back control. You are responding, not merely reacting. This is Stoic strength. This is inner governance. From the depths of psychology, Carl Jung speaks of individuation, The journey to know yourself apart from the crowd, to prioritize yourself, is to define your identity, to become whole, to command respect by being wholeheartedly you. Aristotle's golden mean points to the balance, not self-denial, not self-indulgence, but a virtuous center where your needs and others coexist with honor. Saying no is not a closing door. It is an opening to clarity, to focus, to peace. It is a line drawn in the sand that whispers, "My time is sacred. My energy is not infinite. My presence is earned." And when you carry yourself this way, others notice, they respect, they follow. To prioritize yourself is to declare, "I am worth the effort. I am worth the boundaries. I am not available for everything, only for what aligns with my values." In doing so, you nourish your mental peace, elevate your relationships, and lead a life not just full, but fulfilling. Step 7. Time management. Wise use of time. According to Seneca, a Stoic master offers timeless wisdom on the value of time. He teaches that time is not a resource to be expended carelessly, but a precious gift to be used purposefully. In his essay on the shortness of life, Seneca stated, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." He reveals a deep truth. Life is long enough, but only if we invest it wisely. When we waste time, it vanishes forever. An irrevocable loss. So Seneca urges us to be selective with who we share our time with and how we spend it. Our time, like all resources, is limited. This Stoic teaching connects with the thoughts of Aristotle, who believed that flourishing is the highest good. True fulfillment comes from engaging in activities that align with our virtue. When we manage our time well, we devote it to growth, to purpose, to happiness. Plato, too, spoke of the importance of self-reflection, arguing that an unexamined life is not worth living. Wise time management, then, is not just about doing more, but about taking time to understand. This, too, resonates with the psychology of Carl Jung, who promoted individuation, the journey to know thyself. To manage our time wisely is to dedicate time to introspection, to understanding ourselves and our true nature. Only through such practices can we grow and live fully. Step 8. Autonomy. Epictetus on self-mastery and freedom. Personal development and self-realization begin with the choices we make. By deciding how we spend our time, we gain the ability to engage in activities that contribute to our growth. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, stressed the importance of focusing only on what is within our control. He urged us to not waste time on things beyond our reach. Instead, we should direct our energy toward the actions and decisions that reflect our values and aspirations. This approach to time management is a conscious choice, a way to align our day-to-day actions with our deepest goals and desires. Epictetus, renowned for his insights on the nature of happiness, provides a deep truth about freedom. No man is free who is not master of himself. This declaration captures the essence of true autonomy. Freedom, according to Epictetus, is not about external conditions, but about mastering our internal state. This concept of self-mastery is deeply rooted in the philosophy of Epicurus. Though distinct from Stoicism, Epicurus also believed that true peace and freedom arise from self-governance. He viewed pleasure not as heedless indulgence, but as the absence of pain and disturbance, achieved through simple living, personal virtue, and careful management of desires. This philosophy encourages us to reflect on our emotional responses, suggesting that true freedom is not found in outer circumstances, but in how we manage our internal world. This idea resonates with the Stoic teachings of Epictetus, who famously said, "We are disturbed not by events, but by the views which we take of them." Epictetus emphasizes that our perception of events, more than the events themselves, determines our peace of mind. This Stoic view aligns with Epicurus's emphasis on internal mastery as the key to freedom. From a broader philosophical perspective, Aristotle's concept of eudaimonia, or flourishing, is achieved through the exercise of virtue and rationality, echoing the sentiment of self-mastery. Aristotle believed that living according to reason and virtue leads to the highest form of happiness, a state that is closely linked to having control over one's actions and emotions. In the realm of psychology, Carl Jung's emphasis on individuation, the process of becoming aware of oneself, aligns with this idea. Jung believed that becoming conscious of our inner world and integrating different aspects of our personality leads to psychological wholeness and autonomy. This process involves understanding and managing our emotions, thoughts, and behaviors, much like what Epictetus and the Stoics advocate. Plato's philosophy also underscores the importance of self-governance. In his dialogues, Plato often explores the theme of ruling oneself as a precondition for ruling others. He suggests that self-mastery and the ability to govern one's passions and impulses are essential for a harmonious and virtuous life. As we draw this exploration to a close, remember that the journey to self-mastery and inner freedom is a path walked step by step, day by day. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injustice." So let us strive to be masters of our own lives, not swayed by the actions or opinions of others, but guided by our own virtues and wisdom. Thank you for joining me on this insightful journey through Stoic wisdom and philosophical thought. If this resonated with you, I invite you to dive deeper into the world of self-discovery and empowerment by exploring our playlists. There you'll find more enriching content that can guide you on your path to personal growth and tranquility. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more thought-provoking content. Your support helps us continue this journey together. Stay wise, stay curious, and until next time, embrace the path of self-mastery and make every moment count. Click on the playlist on the screen. Now to continue your journey into the profound world of philosophy and self-improvement.